Hello humans, it is I, Carrie, aka Pens and Tea. Yeah, the world. The world is the world. I'm not gonna get too far into it because lots of things. I just wanted to sit down and have a chat, a little random chat. I have been posting videos every Monday and Friday. My finger's stuck in my hair. Throughout this whole pandemic thing so far. But spoiler alert, they were all filmed pretty much beforehand. There was a few that were during, like the pen breaks, were created during. Some of the intros were filmed during, but a good chunk of them were created before. And if you also look on my Instagram, follow me, which is just Pens and Tea, you're gonna notice that I have not been super duper active on my Instagram page either. I have been in and out of the comments section on YouTube, but I've pretty much stepped back a large portion of what I was doing. And the reason being is I have surprisingly had a tough time with everything that's been going on. I am so grateful and very thankful to be one of the lucky people who was able to successfully transfer everything from work that, I left my house to do for like 50 hours of the week to come home. So I was able to still work from home. My job was able to kind of come up with some solutions and think outside of the box. And I've been able to do that. And I am unbelievably grateful because that is a huge stressor that I have not had to deal with that many people I know have. And a lot of people I know personally and through, the internet have been struggling financially. And thankfully, I have not had to worry about that. That said, I have never worked from home before, ever. I've always had like a hustle job where I've had to leave and go do stuff and, sometimes leave before the sun comes up and come home after the sun goes down, like depending on the time of year. So I've never had to work from home and I struggled with it in the beginning. In the first 2 weeks, when my job shut down, there was nothing for us to do at home. It was uncertain as to how that was going to continue. It was uncertain, what things are going to look like. So that was tough. And my anxiety has never been so bad. I've always had anxiety issues, but now with all of this, it's never, ever been so bad. It was so bad to the point where I was actually feeling like I was ill. I was like giving myself psychosomatic symptoms. Thankfully, I was able to work through that. But the first couple weeks home were pretty rough. After that, things started getting sorted out with work. They were ever changing, but they started to make process and progress, I suppose. And I started to fall into a bit of a routine, an unhealthy routine, but I'll get back to that. And so all of a sudden, having to readjust everything you're doing, not knowing what that was going on, not knowing how long this was going to turn into, not knowing how bad it was going to get. For those of you who don't know, I live about an hour north of Toronto, in Ontario, Canada. So my province and my area was one of the worst hit in all of Canada. So it got scary for a while. And we went into lockdown, we did all that stuff slowly, and I'm saying slowly, we were able to get ourselves out of it. But in the beginning, it was really hairy. And I realized one day that I hadn't left the house in weeks. Like, I wasn't even going for walks. I basically became a bit of an agoraphobic, which just means that you're afraid to leave your house. Like, there's a lot more detail to that, but that's like the umbrella. And that did not go away for a while. Good while. I did not start actively going outside until about 2 weeks ago. So I spent 3 months inside, basically. A couple pickups here and there, but for the most part, 3 months. I didn't want to do anything. I didn't want to film YouTube. I didn't want to talk to people. I didn't want to FaceTime people. I didn't want to do anything. And I'm slowly pulling myself out of that. Tomorrow is my last day at home before I have to physically go back to work, which is a whole other bag of anxiety. On the one hand, I am very happy. I'm so happy to be able to get out, to see people, to, try and get back to some aspect of my life before all of this. It will not return to normal. Things will never be normal again. And for a large part, that's a good thing, especially issues outside of the pandemic. But it does give me a lot of anxiety. It opens me up to the, possibility that I could get sick. I work in a very, very, very public location. That said, there are 100 million precautions that are going to be put in place, which make me feel better. But I'm high risk. My mother is high risk. And there's just so many people that are high risk in my life. So it does make me really, really nervous to go back. So it's a mixed bag, really. It is a mixed bag. And to go from being at home, not doing much, to all of a sudden going back to work is scary. It's a daunting task. You can tell I have not prepared anything. I'm just kind of... But on June 7th, I'm filming this on June 19th. It probably will be up in a few days. Is when I decided to stop wallowing, stop letting my mind control me. And I decided to become a little bit more active. If you've been watching my channel for a really, really long time, you're gonna notice, especially back in like the 2016, early 2017 range, I was a lot thinner. I mean, we all probably were in our past, but I focused on me at that time. I did leave work primarily because I had saved up a lot of money, and I wanted to travel for about 1.5 years, and I did that, and it was fantastic. And if you want to know more, I could potentially make a video about that. But I focused on me. I took my health, mental and physical, very seriously. And then I went back to work, and my mental health, I still continue to work on, but my physical health definitely started going down the toilet. Stopped exercising. Now, I do work in a very physical job, but your body is an amazing machine. It adapts. So my body got used to that intense level of activity, and it became its new normal, which meant that, I was just at baseline again. So my body wasn't burning all of the extra calories that I was consuming, eating in a food court all the time, getting snacks all the time, crazy lattes and stuff. Anyways, I digress. I'm trying to get back to normal. I'm trying to focus once again on YouTube, creating content for you. I'm trying to move my body more, get out more. I am leaning heavily on journaling. I always have, but even more so now. So what is this all to say? I don't have a point other than I know I've been distant from you guys. It's nothing personal. I've been distant from a lot of people in my family. And not just because we were socially distancing, but just like I said, I haven't even wanted to virtually hang out with people. When I get scared, I retreat inwards. So that's neither here nor there. But what I'm saying is that I may miss a few uploads. So I upload every Monday and Friday. And I can maintain twice a week because I usually have a buffer of anywhere between 10, 15 to 20 videos. So I usually have about a month or so ahead of schedule. Well, I don't have that now. This is it. I have nothing saved because I have just not wanted to do anything. So I may miss a little bit. You may not see me for a little bit, but I want you to know that I'm coming back. I'm feeling it. I'm bringing it. So videos will be coming. There's just going to be a little bit of a break. So to wrap this thing up, I don't even know what I'm talking about now. Like, it's so hard for me to talk about how I have felt and dealt with everything that's going on, all the ambiguity, all the change. It seems weekly there's a new thing. And again, not all of it's bad. And some of it is long overdue. And yeah, basically, guys, I miss you. I hope you're doing okay. I hope that you're able to find work. If you're out of work, I hope that you're okay financially. I hope that none of you guys are sick. I hope that any family members that you have who are sick are healthy now. Just take care of yourself and your family, your loved ones, all of that good stuff. Guys, I'll see you next time.